Thank you, FCC. Anyway.
Shout out to artists who do their own music and don't have a record label to actually help them mix and master and produce their own music and then make an edited copy for it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
Mad props.
I mean, like, seriously, Gambino's nuts. And then the fourth person who I want to toast, very unexpected, but, like, I saw, like, when I was in New York having the interview with and I was going through Times Square, her billboard was, like, her stuff was, like, everywhere. That's how, like, Virgin, the Virgin music store and all that. You gotta be, like, in terms of a pop star, she's had a huge turnaround. Huge. From the whole shaved head thing. So I'm gonna say, Britney, you know, toast. I mean, she's really under the radar now, which is, like, you know, she's not really out much, you know, except for the music. I mean, she's not, like, you know, you don't see her at the club or any of that.
Yeah.
The whole, I mean, it's not the best, you know, the whole history is not the best thing. And I think it's really, a lot of it was really media stoked, which is really unfortunate because I don't, you know, Britney Spears is no, you know, like Lady Gaga, for example, she studies fame, right? Britney Spears never studied fame.
She doesn't.
So she was kind of susceptible to all the stuff that the media was doing to her to some degree. And to some degree it was, yes, her fault, but I just want to give her, you know, props for kind of turning herself around. And then my roast, we talked about, I roasted the Logo channel, the gay and lesbian lifestyle channel last week, and I said I'd promise to expand upon that idea. I'm just going to say, I mean, K-Tron has some thoughts about BET, and,
Black evil.
Oh my God, Black evil television.
From the Boondocks.
Yeah, no, I got I had to continue.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing with Logo, and my thoughts are kind of mixed on BET. I'm not as vehemently against it as K-Tron. I just, like, the idealist part of me says that we are all human beings, and that the difference between us and a monkey is about like 1% in terms of DNA, and the difference between people and races in terms of DNA is disgustingly minuscule, and that should really inform our public consciousness. So when you have something like Logo, a channel that's literally a lifestyle channel related to people who have a different sexual orientation, you're like, is that really such a big deal that it requires you to have your own channel? I really don't think so. I really don't, and I think it's not. I don't think in the long run it's really conducive to good social cohesion among people, you know? I don't know.
Well, I mean, but what about channels like Lifetime and O and which are meant for women?
No, I know.
Like for a long time,
FX,
women were forced to just watch the types of shows or whatever that was already out there for us. So are you saying at the same time, instead of embracing their culture, they should just assimilate to what we already have and just be happy with it?
No, I don't think it's.
You think that they deserve their own shows? That they should have shows for it, but not an entire network for it?
It's a tough thing. I mean, I just think the only way we're going to really move forward is we have to have an ideal that we're all people. And in a sense, that has to kind of inform what we're doing. And I think, like, obviously the difference between guys and girls is big. And yes, there are differences in culture, but we have to start realizing that there's only really one race, and that's the human race. And there's only one real culture, and that's human culture. I don't know. At least that's what I'm.
We're a salad bowl, not instead of a melting pot.
Yeah.
But my toast. There's so many things. Well, there's so few things that actually like boils my that makes me like get up and like yeah, because a lot of things are like just revamped. But I would like to toast all rappers out there who actually say something, who actually have a meaning within their songs, like Kadaj over here, Simile, aka Simile. Heard his whole CD. Usually for me to listen to a CD, I skip like a song or two, but I listen to the whole CD and I love every single song. I'm not saying that because he's here. Another rapper, ATM, who actually go out there on the tracks and who lay it down, who just speaks the truth from his heart. And that's what those are the rappers I want to toast. And the rappers that the rapper that actually made me come and like say this and use this as a toast, I was listening to him on the way here. Lupe Fiasco,
Ooh.
One of the greatest rappers in my books alive right now. You could toss aside Lil Wayne, you could toss aside all the other rappers, but this guy is so influential. This guy is so open-minded and so like outspoken. If you just listen to the lyrics to every single song, it's not just a single, it's poetry. And that's to me the true essence of not rap, but what hip hop truly is.
I totally agree.
Also, I like the toast Spike Lee. Like, I didn't know that his family's from Macon, Georgia. My family's from Macon, Georgia on my mom's side. And, like, Macon, Georgia is is small. Like when I mean small, it's small.
Yeah, we're talking real boondocks.
Yeah. So for someone to come, look, who have family from Macon, Georgia, who became a Morehouse man, who went to NYU, who's influential in the community nowadays, it's like that's mad props for me. And a person who doesn't care what no one else says about him and who still does what he has to do in order to change this world, that's mad props. So combine my two toasts together, one big toast. Everyone who goes out there, don't care what no one else say about them, don't care what the opposition say about them, and they still go out there on the grind and still spitting the rhymes. That's my toast. My rose, to what Spike Lee said, wow, not what Spike Lee said.